Namaste. Hello. Welcome to this pick a pile reading. So we are doing a look at money and finances for you right now. And there are 3 piles to choose from. I'll show them to you. Just a second. There's a timestamp down below in the description. So once you've selected your pile, please use that to skip ahead to your reading, particularly if you're choosing pile 2 or pile 3, because right after the intro I get into pile 1. But I'm going to call this pile 1 over here with the change in a jar. This will be pile 2. So rock that says life is good and some orange essential oil. And then pile 3 is the flip-flop with the key. So whichever pile you're most drawn to, that is your pile for today. And for those of you choosing pile 1, welcome to your reading. Okay. So you received a win-win outcome is forecast, full moon in Libra. Sounds good. Starting off your reading, we have sever vows of poverty, along with raise or promotion. Nice. You have investing time, also showing up here. We have boat pose. I feel complete peace from within. My mind is clear. You might want to write down that affirmation and work with it for a while, like writing it on a daily basis or putting it in your office, saying it to yourself, reading it to yourself, whatever resonates, if it does. The second one from that deck is standing half-bound lotus. I am safe and secure. I have what I need. Then you also have this note here. Be clear about your target audience and what kind of customers you want. Write it down. So, this especially holds true for those of you who have your own stores, your own business, you freelance. But, I don't know. Take it and apply it to your situation if it does. And if it does not, just let it be. Assume it's for somebody else. But I do think there's something there about being clear about what you're trying to attract, okay? So definitely a target audience if you have your own store or your own business, but it could also be like, who do you want viewing your resume? Who's your target audience for an employer or something like that too. Okay, then we have some tarot cards I'm going to look at. We're going to look at past energy, present, future, and advice. I'm actually going to go get a tool, a little cheat sheet here instead of just intuitively interpreting these and going by my memory. So I will ask you to just gaze at your cards for a moment, take a few deep breaths, relax yourselves, and I will be right back. We're also going to do some chimes with your reading shortly, for those of you who like chimes. So you have the Knight of Swords showing up in your past related to money and finance. This could be referring to an air sign person, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. But it could certainly be other things as well. So let's go ahead and take a look at the cheat sheet notes here. What do we have for the Knight of Swords? Okay. It represents ambitious energy, being action-oriented and driven to success, and fast thinking. Okay, so I do pick up on, for some of you, you could have been, the wheels in your head could have been going very fast. Maybe you had a lot of ideas for a business you wanted to start, or a lot of ideas. Could also be worries and stressful ideas too about things, having enough money, the severed vows of poverty card here, but it looks like you come out of this energy. It's the past energy. I feel like with it being here too, you may have already put in a lot of effort into something, a lot of thought, a lot of effort. Okay. Let's look up the Hermit as the present energy. I see you guys kind of taking a pause, taking a time out, maybe doing some journaling. He's journaling here. Reflective work, thinking, you're listening to the video, you're taking a pause, a time, trying to collect yourself and gain greater insight and wisdom about when, where, how to move forward and progress going forward. And also, I think for some of you, it has to do with like reconnecting to deeper energy and things beyond money, kind of realigning yourself. Okay, and then we have the King of Batons showing up in the near future energy. It's showing up reversed, so I'm gonna do the cheat sheet thing for that. King of Wands reversed. This could refer to a fire sign or you having personal planets in fire signs. That would be Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Okay, impulsiveness, haste, ruthlessness, and high expectations. Okay, so right now, the near future, nothing is set in stone, but right now, the near future is predicting you maybe not staying in this hermit mode long enough, and getting a little impulsive, a little hasty, with something. Okay, it also shows, it shows an imbalance there if that happens. But it also shows high expectations, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. I do feel like some of you guys are reprioritizing, sort of reorganizing things and looking at how much energy you put into things in the past and what results you received, and you feel like, you know what, that's not good enough. I want better results for less energy. So we have the Valet of Swords, which is the Page of Swords, and so that's reversed, and then we have the Three of Swords showing up as advice. So we'll do the cheat sheet thing for those. A lot of swords energy there. And while I'm doing that, I'm just going to get your chimes out right now. Okay. I do see some of you have children that you are concerned about. You want more money or to be making good, wise decisions financially for your children, your child's future. Some of you may have a gifted child, a Scorpio, Pisces, Virgo child here with the bat. They could have a bat spirit guide. This could also be referring to your inner child. But they could be having interesting things, or we'll call it interesting things happening to them at night, like strange dreams or trouble sleeping, things like that. Or it could be that your inner child is trying to give you a message, and that's some of what's going on with you at night if you're having trouble sleeping, or you're waking up in the middle of the night, or you're having really interesting dreams. Okay, so here with the advice, we have self-expression, all talk and no action, haphazard action, and haste. So, and then we have you and me falling on that, and a note for distance. So this could involve somebody at a distance to you, needing to communicate to somebody at a distance, but it could also be like I feel like we got to look at the Three of Swords too to get a complete message. But when it comes to finance and money, and this could also be different relationships, a romantic relationship, family members, friends, and their opinions about money, or thoughts on money, feelings about money, and how you guys, maybe you have shared money or it involves them in some way, your career, your business, your work, that kind of thing. Um, it seems like there's definitely a message to talk things through with somebody important, especially if you have, like, they're involved and they should be consulted, you and me here, before taking action. But at the same time, there is a call to take action in divine timing, but there's a need to be careful, not to be hasty. Um, let's see what the Three of Swords brings into this. The Three of Swords is right side up. This can symbolize heartbreak, emotional pain, sorrow, grief, and hurt. So for some of you, this isn't for all of you, but for some of you, it's like there's some sort of conversation that needs to be had, shift that needs to occur. Some of you are thinking about leaving a job, something like that, where Spirit wants you to be careful and fully integrate things before you move forward, okay? But know that the right decision for you right now, some sort of shift, some sort of change, may involve some sort of heartbreak, and just moving, accepting that, experiencing it, and moving through it, okay? So maybe it's like, it's time to leave a job, but you're going to be sad. You're going to be sad when you leave it because you have friends there, that kind of thing. Maybe some of you are moving too. We have distance. You could be moving a distance or contemplating that. We have the composition notebook showing up. So I definitely feel like writing things out, journaling is very powerful. Doing various written techniques, law of attraction exercises, pro-con lists, this kind of stuff can be very powerful, very transformative, very helpful, very assistive, very important step. We have a screwdriver, so this is about having some of the tools you need, and using them at the appropriate time. And we have the kite flyer. I do think it's a good idea for you guys to make sure you're getting enough air, enough oxygen, enough fresh air. Have some fun too. It'll help bring your mind and your vibration to a place where you can more easily put things together, build things, heal things, make the best decision, what have you. Partnerships are showing up quite a bit. A lot of stuff around partnerships. We have you and me. We have the number 2. So some of you could have a business partner, or this energy of partnership, working together with another person. It could be like a client, you working closely one-on-one with a client. Could be you working closely with a financial advisor. Could be you and your spouse working together on money issues. Even you and your child, like brainstorming things, talking about possibilities, what you're going to do. You can look up the number 2 numerology for additional meanings and insights. This does also very much symbolize balance, and I do get that balance is an important thing here. Balancing your time, looking at how you're investing your time, and just balancing your thoughts, your energy in general brings a lot better results than going about things having not balanced first. Okay, for some of you, you've got some business coming in from a distance. You're doing long distance business, maybe shipping things out. or taking on a client you're working with online or over the phone or something like that that's at a distance from you. Again, some of you, this could be representing travel. Okay, so clarity is important too. Writing down what you want and getting clear about what you want in a target audience, if that applies for you. Also, you can look into BAT as a spirit guide for additional messages and insights. Let's take a look here. We have Sever Vows of Poverty, which says, Dear one, there's no need to suffer or sacrifice. Hold the intention of undoing any vows of poverty or self-denial that you may have made, consciously or unconsciously, in any lifetime. As you do so, all effects of these vows will be undone for everyone involved in all directions of time. And then we have Razor Promotion here, which says, Congratulations, an increase in your abundance flow awaits you. This is a result of your positive focus and willingness to take action based on your divine guidance. Keep up the good work. Okay, and a win-win outcome is forecast. Let's go ahead and dip into that a little bit more. Let go of that which is falling away. So that, yeah, I do see that coming through here. Let go of that which is falling away. And what Spirit's telling you to let go of, what can fall away, is vows or like contracts that you have signed that keep you bound to poverty. Obviously, it's not like we get in line and we're like consciously, oh yes, poverty and suffering and lack, I'm going to stand in line so that I can invest in this and receive this. But sometimes throughout life stuff happens and we get programmed, taught certain beliefs and things like that, and we cling to things which are actually really like poverty consciousness and patterns of poverty playing out. So some additional meanings for the card. When this card shows up, it can mean that it's time to see the other person through the eyes of love. It will change your perspective. So if you are having a hard time with a boss or a coworker or somebody else in relation to money, shifting your perspective about it, I think will be very helpful if you can take a more positive, high vibrational, abundance conscious type outlook on it. Could mean that it's time for you to make a firm decision. And I do see that there's this energy of like, don't procrastinate either, but make sure that your decision is sound and firm. Time for you to focus on yourself for a while. Look after yourself, but avoid vanity. And now is a great time for a makeover. So, hey, if you guys were wanting a makeover, or you could spruce up your appearance a little bit and that would feel good, Spirit's saying go for it. Some of you, it's because you're stepping up on the ladder too. It's in part because of that. It's like you're going to an interview and it's a better paying job, it's a better position, or you get promoted, and so maybe you want to get a makeover to reflect that new energy. Just getting a makeover to feel better in general and raise your vibration, shift energy, attract what you want to you, repel what you no longer want that's old and ick comes through. Yeah, but of course a lot about mental and emotional stability, well-being, positivity. Okay, believe that you are safe and secure and have what you need. That brings in more safety, more security, more of what you need. Okay, feel complete peace from within. Have a clear mind. So, you're worthy and deserving of that more abundant energy of peace, relaxation, mental clarity. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I'm going to let this wrap it up and move into the next one. So take care and be well. Okay, those of you who chose the second pile with the orange oil and the Life is Good rock, we're going to see what you have for cards right now. You have New Moon in Scorpio, work through your fears. Then you have savings. Ask for your needs to be met. A couple little notes here. Arm pressure pose with the affirmation, I know I am powerful enough to speak my truth and overcome any challenges life sends me. So for some of you, you definitely may want to write down the affirmations on this card and the next one coming up and work with these affirmations on a daily basis for a while. Maybe you're writing them every day, or maybe you put them somewhere where you'll see them every day and read them to yourself, whatever resonates for you. Okay. It's like if you can trick your mind into believing that statement, it becomes reality. So that's what we're going for here. Butterfly pose. I know every struggle is a lesson from which I learn and grow. I am confident in my life's path. Okay, so already I'm seeing some of you have some fears about communicating something in relation to money, probably asking for help or assistance here with ask for your needs to be met. We're going to go into some tarot cards. I'm going to look at past, present, and potential near future related to money and finance for pile 2. With this, we have past, the Nine of Wands, present, the Valley of Cups in reverse, near future, the Valley of Coins in reverse, and then we're also going to do advice. We have the Nine of Hearts and the Empress, 3 of Major Arcana. Very cool. Okay. And then we have LOA, Law of Attraction. Learn more about it, apply it, and create a visualization. So Spirit is urging you to learn more about the Law of Attraction and apply what you are learning, start applying it, and to also work with creative visualization more. And we have give yourself more credit. So I don't think that this necessarily literally means like expand your credit line on your credit card for everyone, but this is talking about give yourself due credit, pat yourself on the back, give yourself more credit for what you have achieved, what you have endured, what you are capable of, for sure, okay, and what you are worthy of. So I'm going to use the little cheat sheet notes here, look them up for these tarot cards, and then I'll read those, and we'll do some chimes for you guys also. A couple of different nines here. 1 9 energy. Maybe you could be coming up on completion of a cycle. 9 of Wands. Okay. Resilience, courage, persistence, test of faith, and boundaries. So it's showing me in the past, the universe has thrown some tests your way, testing your faith in yourself, your ability, life in general. You have been persistent, you have been courageous, you have been resilient, you have sort of passed, I think, the tests. Okay, and also maybe learned something about boundaries, had to assert some boundaries, had to maybe learn where other people's boundaries were and how to respect them, their boundaries. And it can also be like boundaries with yourself too, avoiding overspending, setting certain rules, like you first have to set a certain amount in a savings account before you spend or something like that. Then we have the Valley of Cups reversed, showing up as the present energy. Look at that next. The Valet of Cups would be the Page of Cups. reverse. So this could, for some of you, be referring to a water sign person. Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer. You yourself could be water sign or have personal planets in water signs. So, it could be like you got a new boss and they're Scorpio sun, Cancer rising, or something like that. Not necessarily what's going on for all of you, but it could be the situation for some of you. I definitely do see, you have new moon in Scorpio here. You had a butterfly show up somewhere else. I think, here, butterfly pose. A lot of you are going through transformation, and that falls under the 8th house, Scorpio energy, and there's a lot to do with water in relation to money and finance for you, that element right now in those houses, 4th, 8th, and 12th. So what do we have going on here with the Page of Cups reversed like that? It says new ideas, doubting intuition, creative blocks, emotional immaturity. Okay. So for some of you, there's been some new ideas presented, or new ideas have arisen within you, okay, but you're skeptical of it. It's your intuition speaking to you, but you're skeptical of it. Some of you have been feeling creative blocks, and that might affect your money directly or indirectly. Okay, and there's a message about how there's room to mature emotionally in relation to a situation, and part of it is Spirit is challenging you and asking you to have the courage and grace to and be humble enough to ask for your needs to be met, because that's where you're at right now. But let's go ahead and check out the Page of Coins reversed next. See what's predicted to come in the near future for you guys in relation to money. Please do know, though, nothing is set in stone. And then we'll look at the advice. It's reversed. So for some of you, this could refer to an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, personal planets in your own chart being in an earth sign. Again, not for all of you, but for some of you. And then we're talking about money houses. I mean, the 8th house is considered a money house too. That's a water sign, or water house. But yeah, the earth element relating to money a lot, tarot. So, job stuff, career stuff, life purpose stuff, health and organization stuff, daily habits fall under the element of earth. Okay, reversed, lack of progress, procrastination, and learn from failure. So I feel like what's going on is some of you it's like you're learning something new, or you're progressing through some stuff, and you will make quote unquote errors, mistakes, things like that. But you're gonna learn from them. And I feel like for a lot of you, whatever this failure energy is, maybe you got fired from a job, just as an example, or maybe you have your own business and you haven't had a client in months and months. I don't mean to laugh at you, but that happens, and it's under lack of progress. It could be that you're, that kind of thing in the near future. But it's like you're learning from past mistakes here and integrating this energy in the near future too. Some of you might be procrastinating on some things in the near future as well. Let's see what we have for advice. We have the 9 of Cups reversed, and then the Empress card, which is a major arcana card. I'm going to go ahead and also get your chimes out on the table right now. Okay. There we go. Cherish on the ground. 9 of... There we go. Cups reversed. Inner happiness, materialism, dissatisfaction, and indulgence. So, the advice coming through so far is try to gain more emotional maturity in relation to money. And for some of you, it's breaking out of a pattern that involves trying to fill an emotional void or need through spending beyond your means. Okay, or for some of you, it could also be gambling. Just trying to obtain happiness through materialism and indulging in things. And it's really not serving your higher goal or the ultimate direction that you want to be moving in. Okay, so the advice is to find happiness from within, true inner happiness, and not so much seek it from external means. Try to be happy and content with your life before you go buy those sweaters, type of thing. And maybe, sometimes you don't need to buy those sweaters. Just saying, it's different for everyone, but buying stuff out of a place of need and scarcity and lack and trying to fill a void is the pattern that Spirit's trying to keep you away from right now. This Empress energy is amazing for money. I love this. This is so great. So let's go ahead and why is it showing me this one? Okay. This can represent a new opportunity, abundance, maternal care, nurturing, can represent pregnancy, and stability. So I get being stable within your own body, your own emotions, your own mind is going to really be a foundation that you lay that you will ultimately cherish, the experience of doing it and what benefit it brings. So look for some of you, the advice is look for new opportunities or make your own new opportunity. For some of you, focus on being a mother if you're a mother a little more, or just be nurturing and gentle with your children. For some of you, this could involve going to see your mother, allowing her to be nurturing to you, caring, just accepting and giving out that sort of abundant energy of, yes, I have enough to share. I'm able to be nurturing to other people, to myself, to the world, and I'm able to receive nurturing from others is what's coming up, okay? And also shifting to a more abundant mindset, and you've got visualizing what abundance is for you with creative visualizing. You have the purple beads on the table, so it's definitely talking about spirituality and quality of thoughts, quality of life. Spirituality. We have snowy trail. We have quite a bit about snow actually, so for some of you the weather and particularly snow could be affecting your finances right now in some way. If it's snowy where you are, going out for a walk, explore a snowy trail, meditate with the snow, it's going to be helpful. Snow represents cleansing energy to a large extent. It's pure, it's cleansing, it's purifying. It's definitely an energy of newness, which I see a lot of you stepping into. It's fresh. Okay, so yeah, going on a walk, snowy trail, getting out in the snow, enjoying the fresh air, helpful. I also see the snowflake fell on savings. So some of you, there's a message here to start saving, or don't go and just squander your savings. You want to save them for times when things are a little bit more challenging, when you need more gear, protective stuff, gear, tools, that kind of thing to stay warm, to survive, to be fully nourished, to be safe. So investing in that comes up. We have celebrate, we have love, on work through your fears. Love trumps fear every time, you know. Positivity, fun, love, these higher vibrations can help squanch out your fears and stop manifesting dark, lower vibrational, negative energies of struggle and strife and lack and more fear. Okay, we have a newspaper showing up too. So for some of you, looking through a newspaper, you're looking for a job, you might find a job in a newspaper, or something you want to invest in, something you want to get involved in, something helpful in an actual newspaper. Maybe some of you are working with newspapers too, you know, like I know when I paint, I lay down newspaper to protect the area. Maybe you're making some sort of paper mache thing. I do feel like this is also about getting clarity and kind of reporting to yourself, maybe in a journal or with a therapist or a maternal figure or whoever that you're meant to communicate this with. What's going on? You know, what are these fears? What's going on? What are you doing? What's the news? What's the report here? That kind of comes through. Somebody, you know, it could be important to communicate that with somebody. Somebody might not be informed about certain things that, you know, it's like, be good to inform them. Again, we have water energy here. We have the water fae. Snow is frozen water. I feel it's very healing for you guys to work with the element water right now. Make sure you're showering enough or bathing enough. Go, like I said, out in that, when it's snowing out, maybe go for that walk in the snow, go sit by a river. Use the element water to your advantage. That's what I'm getting. And definitely work through and process your feelings, because Spirit is asking you to overcome some sort of challenge. You have a fear around something. It could be, for some of you, asking for help. It could be asking for help from family. We have 2 rose petals that are red. So to me, this is passion. And it's either like extreme passion, because we have a double dose of it, or it's your passion and somebody else's passion. Like, you're both passionate. People are passionate about something in particular. It could be a project involving money. We have the Q and the 10 here, so I do get like full cycle completion energy with these 9s and this 10. New cycle, rebirth. I'm also getting like queen archetype energy, being a queen, royalty, deserving the finer, being worthy and deserving of finer things, quality things, and knowing it. Yeah, Q for quality. Okay, and not accepting less. All right, so stepping into the energy of the queen with her responsibilities, as well as her, royal privileges, I guess we'll say, or, you know, the gifts that come with being a queen. It fell on top of family as well. So I do feel like for some of you, you know, the question to your family, you need to ask your family for help, whether it's advice or actually asking them for money or some sort of assistance. Okay, that comes through. I also feel like some of you returning home to family, getting something off your chest to family, or like journaling out your feelings regarding your family. I apologize about the phone. There's nothing I can do about it. It really sucks. It's important. Okay, so make sure you're handling family business. Some of you, very obviously, it's about making a phone call to family. That's why it's popped in there. Okay, for some of you, it's like you need to tell your family you quit a job or something like that. Okay, what else do we have? I'm going to put the chimes away. Definitely getting like cherish the present moment, cherish the transformation if you can. Find things in your life that you appreciate and you cherish. Try to focus on that a little more. Don't let yourself get stuck in negativity or fear. Okay, savings says, as you consistently save for your future is saved. Do your future self a big favor as you consistently set aside present funds. This is a part of your self-care and path to feeling secure as you focus upon your life purpose. Excuse me. Okay, and then ask for your needs to be met. Says, God and the angels can come to your aid only if you make a free will choice to be helped, and it begins with asking. It doesn't matter how you ask God for help, but only that you do so. The same holds true with clearly asking other people to assist you. And then I'm going to look a little deeper into the New Moon in Scorpio card before I wrap up your reading. Okay. Its key phrase or attuned to the moon phrase is have some sexy time. Take what resonates with this reading and leave what does not, please. I mean, the queen thing showing up there, maybe, if you're a woman, that would help you feel more like in that queen energy and help raise your vibration. Maybe not. It's up to you. If you're, a male, maybe treating your the female in your life that you're sexually intimate with, or somebody you're going to get sexually intimate with, like a queen, what have you, would raise your vibrational frequency. But it says sexy time too, it doesn't say actual sex, so it could be more about just feeling good in your own body and being flirtatious and making yourself feel and look attractive, and embracing your sexuality. But let's move on past that. So some additional meanings for the card are, it's time to let go of a grudge that you've been holding on to. And that could be part of this page of water showing up reverse stuff that you're currently in. Okay, and then move on from jealousy, stop being obsessive. So yeah, if you've been obsessing about money or not having enough or what you need, or anything at all, stop being obsessive. Understand that you deserve a high quality of life, period. It's not just about money. You deserve a high quality of life. So do things that put you back in that energy of having life is good, having quality of life. Go for a walk, get some exercise, enjoy being a mother, even if it's like a pet mom, or dad. Enjoy your children or fur babies. Creative energy, if you enjoy art, make some art, or music or whatever, viewing it, these kinds of things. Enjoy yourself. Okay, also it asks, could you be being paranoid? Could it be you're being paranoid, and make an investment? So I do feel like some of this, you guys are terrified to ask for help. And it could be that you're just being paranoid. Once you get over that block, that hurdle, it's over and it's done with, and you're free from that restrictive energy of fear and paranoia and doubt. Okay, so Scorpio is the sign of death and rebirth, magic and shamans. Its energy is a little bit dark, occult, even scary sometimes. Not all of us like to face the shadow, but Scorpio demands it. In fact, it's through working through your dark side that you can get to the light. And the new moon in Scorpio and the appearance of this card at any time suggests you need to do that now. So, magic, also represented with purple, law of attraction stuff, can be very magical and transformative. You are meant to transform something, okay? And what are you investing in? What are you investing your time, money, energy in? Spirit's asking that you invest some of your money in your future self through savings, probably for some of you into parenthood or into your family, definitely into your quality of life, into creative projects. Okay, but I understand if you don't have the money yet to do that, then you feel like you can't do that. I'm going to let this wrap up your reading for today. I have other money readings out and career readings out. If you feel like, you've just touched upon something and you want to elaborate, you like my reading style, you can go check those out. But yeah, I'm going to move into the next one. I wish you well. I hope that you enjoyed your reading and you find it beneficial. Pile 2, thanks for being here. And for those of you who chose the third pile with the key and the flip-flop, we're going to see what you have right now. That's interesting. Okay. You received you received first quarter moon. Your commitment is being tested. Quiet retreat. Unlimited ideas. We have headstand pose. I open myself to the universe and unite the masculine and feminine energies inside of me. We are all one. So some of you, you may wish to write down these affirmations on this card and the next card and use them for a while. I'd say at least like a week, but use them for a little while on a daily basis. Maybe you write them daily, or you put it somewhere where you'll see it every day and you read it to yourself daily. This next one is fish pose. It says, I hear and speak the Guru's truth. In this way I am enlightened. Some of you might have spiritual advisors, or it could be, videos on YouTube, things like that, where you are seeking out higher wisdom. Could also be from your higher self, spirit guides, God, source, creator, goddess, etc. But you are open to applying the wisdom of some guru or some teacher. Let's see what else we have. We have make and use a vision board. All right, so if you don't have a vision board yet, there's advice to make one and then start using it. It could also be to make a new one. Maybe you need another one or an updated one. Use a vision board. Powerful, very helpful. Overlooked opportunity and options. So yeah, Spirit's saying there's some overlooked opportunity or option. And then we have some tarot cards. I'm going to look at past, recent past energy, present energy, near future energy, and then some advice with these. And please know that nothing is set in stone. The near future does not have to play itself out the way that the cards are going to show. Let's see what we have. So near past, you have the Four of Batons in reversed. Current energy, Knight of Coins reversed. Near future, Two of Coins reversed. And then the advice is the Nine of Swords and the High Priestess. Two of Major Arcana. Alright, so I'm also going to look up some cheat sheet notes here for these cards, and we're going to do some chimes with your reading too. So let's see what we've got here. We'll start off with the Four of Batons, or Wands, for what you were going through, experiencing in relation to money, finance, business, work, job, career in the recent past. It's reversed. Oh, sorry, wrong place. Four of Wands reversed. Okay, so we've got personal celebration, inner harmony, potentially conflict with others, and transition. So I think some of you maybe you had some money and you were celebrating that. There could have been some jealousy or conflict with others about it. it could have been something else too. You were just celebrating life or celebrating some sort of achievement of yours. You were feeling good, at peace, but there could have been some sort of conflict with other people, and there's some sort of change. So maybe, there's a lot of variety here. This is general reading, but for some of you it might have been like you got tired of your job and you said, you know what, I'm going to quit right now. I'm not putting up with this anymore. And it made you feel really good. And then, you got home and your partner was like, I can't afford to pay all the bills. What are you doing quitting? Like, why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you talk to me first? That kind of thing could have happened, okay? But first you could have said, I feel so much better. I finally have inner peace. I finally feel like I'm in alignment. I'm going to go to the beach, and celebrate. I don't know. It's different stuff here, different scenarios coming up. The Knight of Coins shows up as your present energy. Knight of Coins reversed, actually. So we're going to look at that next. Oops. And I'm actually going to get your chimes out right now, too. Okay. Reversed, yes. Self-discipline, boredom, feeling stuck, and perfectionism. So, are you feeling bored and stuck right now? Maybe you're feeling bored and stuck in your job or your work, or maybe you feel like you don't have enough money to do things that you want to do. You're bored, some sort of situation, or you're feeling stuck in some sort of patterns. It's also showing self-discipline though, so that can work to your benefit for sure if you are directing it in the best way and in a good way for yourself. See what you have for near future is the Two of Pentacles. I feel like some of you, it's like you've decided, yeah, it's time to be self-disciplined. I need to go out and hunt for another job. I'm going to find another job. I'm going to find a job that's right for me, or I'm going to make a certain amount of money. I'm going to do what it takes to do that, or you're listening to this video because you want to make improvements. You're disciplining yourself to take certain steps forward. Okay. But it might be hard for some of you. Your motivation might be kind of in the toilet. Two of Pentacles reversed. Potential near future. Relation to money. Finance. Overcommitment, disorganization, reprioritization. So shortly, you might decide that you need to reprioritize your life, or your commitments, your time, your energy, your expenses, things like that. You may decide that things are a little disorganized and you're kind of becoming aware of that, and you need to reprioritize things. Okay, it could also be that you decide to commit to something and you become too focused and overcommitted on it. It could be a certain result, getting a certain result. It's stepping into like obsession energy or something. You're going to be putting too much into something. So that's something to be mindful of. Okay, overcommitted. We have the 8 or 9, the 9 of Swords showing up right side up, and the High Priestess for advice. Look at that. Yeah, becoming overcommitted to an outcome and forgetting to like detach can sometimes screw you over with the law of attraction. So I do feel like that kind of comes up as a warning message on that note. or that, you know, you might become so focused on something involving money, finances, that, or anything really, that like disorganization occurs in your other life. There's like neglect going on in your other life. So be careful with that. All right, so we have the Nine of Swords, right side up, can represent anxiety, worry, fear, depression, and even nightmares. Okay, so how could that be advice, Spirit? Well, we have the High Priestess here too. So let's go ahead and look at that. I do feel like it involves sort of acknowledging your emotions and accepting your emotions as they arise, whether they're emotions that you enjoy or not. Here we go. Hidden talents, intuition, mystery, spiritual insight, all represented here. Hidden talents, intuition, mystery, spiritual insight, and things yet to be revealed showing up in advice. So your pile's similar to pile 2 in that I do feel like there are some fears that Spirit is like challenging you, asking you to overcome, okay? Something you're feeling anxiety about, that kind of thing. So the advice coming through here is trust your intuition, embrace the mystery of life. You don't have to know everything all the time. Things get revealed in divine timing, and it's not the same as our ego's timing. It's not what we would like the timing to be, but there's a reason for it. Taking a spiritual approach, seeking out spiritual wisdom. You may have spiritual insight too. Don't ignore your intuition or spiritual insight. Take note of it, take action on it. Some of you also have hidden talents that, or you're going to be attracting somebody who has hidden talents that will be very beneficial when you put them into play. Okay? We have live righteously and love everyone showing up. Teabag. We have yes here by a wheel, and your commitment is being tested. I feel like some of you maybe have transportation challenges. Maybe you're without a car right now, or your car's in the shop right now, or needs repairs. Here we have an R, repairs, something like that. Just transportation situations, okay? But there's positive energy here. There's yes around the wheel. I also feel like for some of you, this is a symbolic of like an LOA wheel, law of attraction wheel, some sort of exercise, written exercise to be practiced. So you can look into those. I forget what it's called, the one wheel thing that I do, that I was thinking of. Okay, quiet retreat, yes. It's very important for you to take time to still your mind, to collect yourself, to take a break, to recharge your batteries. I am seeing that with the cards and the chimes here. We have the letter G, the letter A, and the letter R. So we have RAG, R-A-G. We have, I don't know, GAR, which could be like garage. For some of you, maybe you work in automotives, or you're going to. Maybe you're a mechanic, or you sell auto parts, or you own vehicles you need to take to the garage. You're trying to invest in a garage. I don't know. There's something around vehicles, cars here. We have Ra, R-A, like the sun god Ra. You can look at these separate. You can look at them together. Nothing may resonate for you. Something may resonate for you. It's all good. We have GA, like the state of Georgia, maybe for some of you, or AR, is that Arizona or Arkansas or something like that? I don't know. Different states there. Could be, you know, Alaska, could be countries, I'm not sure. Could also be the beginning of somebody's name, could be like grandpa, your grandparents. Okay, we have G2, could be somebody's name beginning with R or A, or a place, a business. Just keep your eyes out, take note of it if you feel called to. We have blessed and joy. So I do get, like, it's important for you to spend time doing things that make you feel joyful and blessed, and also for you to be able to cultivate that without any external stimulation. That makes sense? Just feel joy and blessed because it's good to feel joyful and blessed. We have the black head, we have passion, we have nature. So getting outside in nature definitely helps recharge your batteries, helps you to integrate things, helps your spirit guides and your intuition sort of click on. You hear that. For some of you, this could be talking about bringing plants into your home too, or, you know, we have like agriculture here. Some of you could be your finances, your money, your job, your work, your career could involve agriculture. Okay, maybe growing plants or vegetables or farming or something like that. Okay. We have a bluebird. You can look at bluebird as a spirit guide for additional messages, insights. I also get some of you like listening to birds, so that would be something to do on this quiet retreat. Follow your passion, but also like balance things out. I'm getting that. Keep balanced energy. Quiet Retreat says it's time to disconnect from the outer world so that you can discern and process your true thoughts and feelings from your inner world. Create this quiet time for yourself and you'll have more clarity about what to do next. And unlimited ideas. Your mind is one with God's infinite mind. Therefore, you have complete access to unlimited ideas, guaranteed to bring blessings. All you need to do is to take divinely guided action to follow these ideas to allow these ideas to come to fruition. So there's a lot about getting in touch with your intuition. Okay, and it's through enjoying nature. It's through still mind, making time to still the mind, quiet the mind, meditation. Okay, we have magic, we have alchemy on the table. Okay, definitely like value your ideas. But there's this element of tapping into that inner priestess energy, the intuition, and following it. Seeing where it takes you. I also get water in your reading too. We've got the flip-flop, we've got fish pose. So connecting with water, whether you're going to the river for a little while or taking a bath, the ocean, listening to rain on your computer or your phone, whatever you're doing, connect with the element water. That's going to be helpful too in stepping into this high priestess energy, channeling down information from your intuition about what to do. Okay, for some of you, travel is showing up. There's something about travel. We're going to dip into the first quarter moon card as well. Go. First quarter moon, it's key. It's attuned to the moon phrases. I'm committed to my dreams and move towards them with confidence. Some meanings for this card are the answer to your question is yes, but not yet. How cool is that? It also says you're halfway to your goal. You still need to put in a bit more effort, and sometimes we just need to realize how much we want something, as well as you need to recommit to someone or something. So, yeah, I hope that these messages were beneficial and enjoyable for you. Catch you next time. Bye-bye.